Hello there. I'll start you off with a question, which is, what is website accessibility? So website accessibility means that websites must be designed and developed so that people with disabilities and special access requirements can use them. Now, I'll give you 4 tips on how you can check whether your website or website application is accessible. Now, the first tip is using AI or auditing tools. So what do they do? They scan your website for accessible code, and we'll dive right into an example called Wave. So to install Wave, go to the Chrome Web Store. In the search bar, type Wave, then select the first option and click on Add to Chrome. So once you have Wave installed within Google Chrome, you can go up to the icon on the top right of the screen and select Wave, and then a sidebar opens up on the left hand side. And what this does is it points out errors and colour contrast errors on your website, which we'll get to later. So tip number 2 is testing the screen reader compatibility of your website. So what are screen readers? Screen readers read the content out loud for people with visual impairments who are not able to use the website. So I'll show you how you can set up a screen reader, an inbuilt screen reader within your computer. So this is for Mac. I've provided a link to how to do the same thing with Windows. But what you do is you select accessibility and click on enable reader. And as you can see, once you double click on some text or an image, the screen reader reads out the text accordingly, whether it's a header or whether it's a paragraph. And also as well reads out the image alt text. So tip number 3 is testing for keyboard accessibility. Now the reason why we do this is because some users won't be able to use a mouse, and therefore the keyboard is the number 1 alternative. And what you use here is you use the tab key to navigate through content, whether it's interactive or non-interactive, like I'll show you in the video snippet I took. And last but not least, the 4th and final tip is colour contrast testing. Now, what do I mean by colour contrast? It means that the text colour needs to have a high contrast against the background in order for people, cognitively impaired people, such as autistic people like myself, or colourblind people, need the contrast to be higher, so then they can read it a lot more easily. And I'll take you through a couple of tools which you can use. So the first one is the WebAIM tool. So you basically get your hexadecimal of the background and text colour, and paste the background into background colour, text into the foreground colour, and then it gives you a colour contrast ratio. So the second tool is the A11Y colour contrast checker tool. And how this works differently is that you simply copy and paste the URL of your website into the text box of this colour contrast checker. And then what this does is it automatically scans your website and picks out the different hexadecimal codes, and then gives you the colour contrast ratio from there. So thank you for listening. I hope this video has been insightful for you to know where to start in terms of testing your website for accessibility issues, and yeah, subscribe more for uploads every Wednesday. Thank you.